This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And a pretty shot. We begin this hour with Bastille Day ceremonies and a parade underway. You saw President Trump and his French counterpart on day 2 of the president's trip overseas.
That's right. Talking about a lot of things going on over there today. But first, obviously, this parade that they have going on, beautiful sounds there.
Yeah.
But what's more beautiful is John's singing that he was doing before the show started.
I wish you could have heard John Scalzi singing in a French accent.
Oh, it was great.
It was like a choir of angels, wasn't it?
Well, no, but it was mesmerizing.
It was entertaining, that's for sure.
It looked like there were about 12 people in that parade in Paris there.
That must have been a bad
Small
shot.
parade.
There was more, I'm sure.
Le Petit Parade.
Oh.
I'm sure there were. We have across the region today, I think, some very humid conditions to start off the morning with a lot of sunshine, but not much in the way of any kind of rainfall. So the morning commute should be absolutely beautiful. As you head into the afternoon, clouds will build in inland areas and showers and thunderstorms will begin. They'll be few in number, but they'll be around, kind of similar to yesterday, and that general easterly wind flow will push them toward the coastline between around 3 and 5 o'clock. Rainfall chance at about 40% or so today. Daytime highs warm with a lot of sunshine coming in at around 92. We'll have the complete forecast for you for the weekend coming up in just a few.
All right, John, talk to you soon. Merci beaucoup. Big rush into downtown Bradenton on 301 there right now, a little congestion. Also some folks leaving downtown as well on 301. Farther south now, you'll see a bit of a buildup on 41 southbound away from Bee Ridge, heading down toward Proctor and the landings and also to Stickney Point, and also a buildup beyond Stickney Point, heading south as well. South County, though, all clear at 6:02 on your Friday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, as you just saw, President Trump is visiting Paris on a 2-day trip, meeting with France's new president, Emmanuel Macron.
The two leaders have set aside their differences over climate change, for example, and focus instead on shared priorities like Syria, terrorism, and fair trade. ABC's Janae Norman has a recap.
President Donald Trump making friends in France, invited to celebrate Bastille Day by French President Emmanuel Macron, but controversy following close by. Trump unable to shake the meeting between his inner circle and a woman his son was told was a Russian government lawyer.
My son is a wonderful young man. He took a meeting with a Russian lawyer, not a government lawyer, but a Russian lawyer. It was a short meeting. I think from a practical standpoint, most people would have taken that meeting.
But those emails released by Don Jr. were clear. He agreed to meet with a Russian government attorney who he was told had incriminating information on Hillary Clinton, and it was all part of Russia and its government support for Mr. Trump.
Nothing came of the meeting, and I think it's a meeting that most people in politics probably would have taken.
And Trump backtracking after repeatedly bashing Paris when pressed by the French press.
You were implying at the time that Paris was not safe anymore. Those are very strong words. Would you repeat them today?
You better let me answer that one first. That's a beauty. It's going to be just fine because you have a great president. You have somebody that's going to run this country right.
And a moment sticking out for many, President Trump's comment about the French First Lady's figure. During a joint news conference, President Trump said he's open to a reversal of his decision to pull the U.S. out of the Paris Accord, but he didn't reveal what he'd need in return to do so. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Well, it's healthcare take 2 as Senate Republicans have unveiled their second try at repealing and replacing Obamacare. To gain votes, the new version keeps 2 Obamacare taxes, including $70 billion that could be used to help reduce premiums, and add $45 billion to fight the opioid epidemic. But critics worry Americans who need the most care, including people with pre-existing conditions and seniors, could end up paying a lot more. But the same question remains, will it get enough votes to pass? Right now, 2 Republicans say they're voting no, and with just one more no vote, the bill would sink. Meanwhile, Attorney General Jeff Sessions has announced what officials are calling the largest healthcare fraud in Justice Department history. Sessions says upwards of 400 people nationwide are charged in healthcare fraud schemes, resulting in just over $1 billion in false billings. The opioid epidemic was a major focus of the arrests and charges. Many defendants were charged in connection with prescribing and distributing dangerous narcotics. Those charged include 115 doctors and other healthcare providers, including a Delray Beach facility that allegedly recruited addicts with gift cards and visits to strip clubs, leading to $58 million in false treatments and tests. And here on the Suncoast, the CEO of Planned Parenthood of Southwest and Central Florida is retiring after 24 years. During her tenure, Barbara Dervecki built the Sarasota-based organization into a large regional healthcare provider with 11 healthcare clinics in 22 counties across the state. The organization's board has begun the search for a new CEO, but Dervecki has agreed to remain in her role through January of 2018.
Former President Jimmy Carter is on the mend this morning in Canada. The CEO of Habitat for Humanity says the former president became dehydrated and was taken to the hospital for observation yesterday. He was out in the hot sun in Winnipeg working. The 92-year-old is said to be okay this morning. For more than 30 years, the Jimmy and Rosalind Carter Work Project has helped build some 4,000 homes around the continent. An update now on Congressman Steve Scalise as he recovers from last month's gunshot wound. Hospital officials say Scalise is now in fair condition after undergoing another operation yesterday. You'll recall he was shot in the hip last month when a gunman opened fire on a Republican congressional baseball practice in Northern Virginia. He was first released from intensive care back on June 22nd after multiple surgeries, but later readmitted last week due to an infection.
Congress is looking to crack down on hazing on college campuses. Lawmakers unveiled the Report and Educate About Campus Hazing, or REACH Act, on Capitol Hill. Supporters say the measure, if passed, will require colleges to report hazing incidents as part of their annual crime reports.
It is my hope that the REACH Act will help prevent more families from losing loved ones, that we will curtail hazing on campuses and protect America's students.
The measure comes as the preliminary hearings began this week of more than a dozen Penn State University students into the death of a pledge. Those 18 members of a fraternity now face charges in the death of 19-year-old Timothy Piazza, who was fatally injured during a hazing ritual. Here in Florida, new developments in the case of two Florida teens who went lost at sea nearly 2 years ago. Perry Cohen's family has announced plans to pursue a wrongful death suit. Meanwhile, Austin Stefano's mom is trying to use an old maritime law to protect her from being sued by the Cohens for more than the value of the boys' recovered boat, which is about $500. A federal judge put that case on hold this week and is allowing the Cohens to move forward with their lawsuit in state court, but only on one condition.
That they would not pursue collecting on that judgment until the limitation action has been decided in the federal court.
If the Cohens win in state court, the only way to collect anything more than $500 is to go back to federal court.
Some Florida Supreme Court justices are criticizing Governor Scott's recent decision to veto money for citrus canker. One judge reportedly wrote in his final opinion that Scott's title is governor and not king. But the court declined to review the governor's veto of $37 million to homeowners who lost trees due to the state's attempt to eradicate citrus canker. Scott has the legal authority to veto money to pay residents whose healthy citrus trees were cut down by the state in an effort to eradicate the disease. The state Supreme Court threw out a petition filed by Broward and Lee County residents to overturn Scott's veto yesterday. And on a much lighter note, fans of the Manatee County-based drama series Claws can rejoice this morning. TNT announced it has renewed the series for another season. Claws follows the rise of 5 manicurists working at a fictional nail salon in Manatee County. The show is actually set in Palmetto, but it's mostly filmed in New Orleans. The series has resonated with critics and viewers, ranking as cable's #4 new drama with adults 18 to 49.
Well, Christmas came early this year for dozens of arts organizations here in Sarasota County. Commissioners approved nearly $2 million in grants from the tourist tax. Tourism hit record levels this past year, and grants range from $7,000 for the Sarasota Pops Orchestra to $94,000 for Florida Studio Theater. A half penny from each dollar of tourist tax revenues is set aside for the grants every year. And students at Braden River Elementary School are getting the chance to exercise their minds all during Creativity Camp. The kids take part in all kinds of activities, from learning to build their own robots to CSI forensic studies. The kids also got to sharpen their storytelling skills with lessons on storyboarding and development. Teachers are also emphasizing a more open learning environment while teaching them valuable future career skills.
It's just good to know these, little things. It just helps you during, your lifetime.
That's what's going to make kids love science, not studying for an exam.
Well, that camp is run by Take Stock in Children of Manatee County, and I'm wondering if they'll let me come join for CSI forensic studies. That is like one of my favorite. If I could do anything else other than this, I would want to be a forensic.
Well, the whole
something like that.
Tell the truth, you just want the cool goggles.
Yeah, that's right.
You know it.
The whole CSI TV show series has caused more kids to want to be scientists and solve problems in an hour.
Yeah.
Not the case.
It's pretty cool, actually, some of the techniques they have out there nowadays. Yeah, it's neat. That sounds like a great camp. We have some showers around today, but some drier weather over the weekend. I think we'll talk about that in a second.
Also, still ahead, a look at Tropicana orange juice and the company's impact on our area.
We'll tell you why Tropicana is also helping support the rest of the country after this.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Toasty start to the day, 77 degrees out there at the airport. Many places even warmer than that. We have some places that have cracked the 80-degree mark already, but a lot of blue sky out there this morning. As I came into work, I saw lots of stars filling the sky, so that's kind of nice. We'll have sunshine to start the day off, and then as we head into the afternoon, I think we'll build a few more clouds around. Dew point is high, coming in at 75, mid-70s already, making it feel a little oppressive, a little humid out there. And as we head into the afternoon, I think that will add to the kind of muggy, close feeling to the air a little bit later on. Yesterday we hit 93 degrees, probably get pretty close to that again today. East wind will continue, maybe shifting a little more northeast as we head into the afternoon. 76 degrees Wauchula, 77 in Arcadia, Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton, 78 degrees at Lakewood Ranch, also at Northport. 76 degrees in Punta Gorda, 79s in Venice and Inglewood, and 80 degrees out there at Longboat Key. The little trough of low pressure, which brought us yesterday's showers and a few thunderstorms, is now pressed out into Gulf waters. We really didn't see as much rainfall around as I had thought yesterday. And the reason for that was in the afternoon, a little bit of drier, more stable air kind of filtered in from the other coast at levels of about 10,000 to all the way up to 20,000 feet, really. And that kind of limited the number of thunderstorm acts that we actually did get around. We have a trough of low pressure, that one that came through yesterday, now exiting out into mid-Gulf waters. And as it does so, high pressure gets to build in. Provides us with that strong east wind, and we get a few showers and thunderstorms this afternoon lined up mostly along our coastline, pushed in our direction by that east flow. Drier air moves in, and that'll limit the number of storms we get around over the weekend, though, and that'll last for about 3 days with some warm daytime highs because of the sunshine that we're going to get. The dry air, indicated here by the tan colors on the water vapor imagery, will be solidly in place by tomorrow. But even today, I think it will start to replace this high moisture content air of turquoise aloft and replace it with the drier air aloft. And that will, I think, produce fewer showers around. We have some pretty good storms today this afternoon, I think, but they'll be fewer in number than we might normally see on a typical summer day. And tomorrow, even fewer, because of that drier air that comes in. So it looks like most of the weekend we'll have some very pleasant conditions. An easterly wind flow, light chop, and 2-foot seas for you boaters. 40% chance of showers today, reduced to 20% or so by the time we get to Sunday anyway, possibly even on Saturday. And then over the course of next work week, we'll start to raise those rain chances once again. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic in Manatee County, looks like 301 heading southbound seeing some congestion, also some slowdowns on State Road 70 heading east and west. Looks like the bridge as you head into downtown Bradenton, the Green Bridge, seeing some slowdowns as well. I-75 looking good, though, as we head into Sarasota County. Some slowdowns in a few spots throughout that area, but nothing to really be concerned about as we head into South County. Looking pretty good throughout that area. It's 6:18 on your Friday morning.
Well, recently, ABC anchor David Muir came to Manatee County to focus on Tropicana and all it has done over the past 70 years.
Here's his ongoing series called Made in America.
70 years ago in Florida.
Height of the citrus season in the groves near Bradenton, Florida.
Oranges trucked to Tropicana's plant, and who knew it was all started by an Italian immigrant, Anthony Rossi. His goal, getting fresh squeezed orange juice to front doors across America. And now it's found in the coldest part of nearly every grocery store.
David, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you
You're
too.
in the coldest part of the store. Becca Kerr says years later, everyone at Tropicana is proud of Anthony and that early idea.
He was the one who came up with pasteurizing the juice, right?
That's right, and that's what allows you to take it beyond the grove.
And it all comes from those hand-picked Valencia oranges.
What is it about the Florida orange?
So Florida oranges are really great for making juice. California is great for eating. Florida oranges are the best for juicing.
And we went to find them, High Hat Ranch, Sarasota, Florida, where third-generation farmer Rick Turner has been on the farm for 30 years.
Orange juice is made in Florida, and that's it. The Florida citrus growers are just so proud to be part of that.
Picked and shipped to Tropicana's plant, where 900 workers juice and bottle them.
There are families that have worked here and generations of people that have worked here.
Zenobia West on the line for 20 years. Kurt Wolbert, now fruit operations manager.
When you bring out the OJ from the fridge and it's something that you know that you made, makes your whole family proud, right?
2.5 million bottles a day shipped across this country.
Florida's leading crop flows out to the entire country.
The dream of that Italian immigrant, still alive tonight, with 3 words in mind.
All right, fun to watch a national report on our backyard.
Right, exactly. Right here in Manatee County.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, accident on the set of The Walking Dead forced the popular show to halt production.
We'll tell you what happened and what has social media buzzing this morning, coming up.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
As a singer-songwriter, it's all about creating high-performance art that moves people. Same is true in making gorgeous cars. Fiat designs it. You're the artist.
Choose your palette just about any color combo inside out. No small wonder, state-of-the-art style Fiat.
Now this moves me. Look, they're playing my song.
Let the art of Fiat move you at Fiat of Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Beautiful shot of the sky over the Suncoast here.
Reminds me of cotton candy at a state fair or something like that. Beautiful.
What a kaleidoscope every day, a different color scheme, obviously. 6:23, July 14th. Glad you're with us.
Well, thoughts and prayers are pouring in for an experienced stuntman who was injured in an accident on the set of the AMC drama Walking Dead. As ABC's Lindsay Davis tells us, the popular show is now shut down with its production.
In this morning's GMA First Look, real-life horror on the set of a popular TV show. Production on AMC's action-packed series The Walking Dead is temporarily shut down after a horrifying accident on its Georgia set.
We had someone fall about 25 feet off of a balcony straight onto concrete. We need an ambulance ASAP.
Stuntman John Bernecker falling more than 2 stories onto a concrete floor Wednesday. In this 911 call obtained by TMZ, an assistant director on set describes Bernecker as barely conscious.
Do you know if he's bleeding from anywhere?
Yes, it's coming out of his nose.
Is he able to talk to anybody?
No.
The stuntman reportedly suffered a head injury so severe he had to be transported by helicopter to a level 1 trauma center in Atlanta. And we'll have the latest on this tragic accident coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
COPD makes it hard to breathe. So to breathe better, I go with a Noro.
COPD tries to say go this way. I say I'll go my own way with Anoro.
Once daily Anoro contains 2 medicines called bronchodilators that work together to significantly improve lung function all day and all night. Anoro is not for asthma. It contains a type of medicine that increases risk of death in people with asthma. The risk is unknown in COPD. Anoro won't replace rescue inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be used more than once a day. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition, high blood pressure, glaucoma, prostate, bladder, or urinary problems. These may worsen with Anoro. Call your doctor if you have worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain while taking Anoro.
Ask your doctor about Anoro.
Get your first prescription free at Anoro.com.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Florida's coral reefs are declining. Bad news for our oceans and marine life. Fortunately, you can help, and you don't have to dive, you just have to drive. When you purchase Moat's Protect Our Reefs license plate, $25 goes directly to Moat Marine Laboratory, whose research, restoration, and conservation programs are helping this precious natural resource thrive once again. So get your Moat Protect Our Reefs license plate today. You just might hold the key to saving Florida's reefs.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better reader.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Giulia, but the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a murder remains unsolved nearly a week after a home invasion in Manatee County. The reward police are offering to find a suspect.
Plus, one of the busiest roads in Sarasota County reopens today after nearly a year of being closed. We'll tell you what the road signs may come down on Osprey Avenue.
Your Suncoast News starts
live from the ABC 7 studios. This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning, 6:30, July the 14th. Glad you're with us on this orange day. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Great weekend shaping up. Let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi. Good morning, John.
Yeah, it looks that way. It looks like some drier air is going to filter in and bring us some pretty nice weather over the weekend. Looking forward to it. Lots to do this weekend, huh? And it looks like the weather is going to cooperate. Today, you know, there'll be a few showers around, no doubt. But we'll start off the morning with some sunshine and some pleasant commute weather as well. Kind of humid out there, though. Undoubtedly, the the air conditioners will be running in your car this morning. Dew point now at 75 already, and the air temperature in many places already at 80. Not much rainfall currently, and lots of sunshine in store for you, boosting our temperatures rapidly into the 80s in all locations, and by later in the afternoon to an above average 92 or 3. We'll have about a 40% chance of late day showers. We'll talk about that. Talk about the weekend coming up in just a few. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon. A little build up there on 41 northbound as you head toward 53rd, also known as State Road 70 in Manatee County. Otherwise, pretty clear right now in that county. Farther south, a couple slow spots, nothing major right now in mid Sarasota County. And then South County will reveal a little slowdown on 41 northbound at the Business 41 juncture.
This morning, the search continues for the suspects involved in a home invasion that led to the death of a man in Bradenton last weekend.
A reward has now been increased to $8,000 to find who did it. Our Rick Adams has an update.
Well, sheriff deputies continue to piece together exactly what took place in the home back there. One thing we do know is that there is a lot more reward money now being offered. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says it's a murder that still remains unsolved nearly a week later. Investigators are trying to figure out who killed 54-year-old Dwayne Hutchinson at his home in the 1600 block of Zipperer Road in East Manatee last weekend.
We've been basically working around the clock to solve this thing since we responded early Saturday morning. And we think the reward being offered by the Gold Star Club will definitely help us hopefully get new information and eventually lead to an arrest.
A total of $8,000 in reward money is now being offered, $5,000 from the Gold Star Club of Manatee County and $3,000 from Crime Stoppers.
At the request of the Sheriff's Department, when they're dealing with a homicide or a crime against a child, they'll oftentimes then reach out to us for that reward money. So we're just happy to be able to provide that.
The Sheriff's Office says Hutchinson was found dead in an upstairs bedroom. This after two burglars entered the home. Hutchinson's wife says she was accosted by the burglars downstairs in the home prior to the two men going upstairs. A report says there was trauma to Hutchinson's body, indicating that he was murdered, but the exact cause of death has yet to be released.
We have quite a bit of information that we're not giving out at this point, just because the investigation is ongoing and there's certain things that we want to withhold.
And for anyone who knows anything about this homicide, you're being asked to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, and your tips can be kept anonymous. Reporting from East Manatee, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Deputies are also trying to find the person who shot at a Palmetto man's car in front of his house yesterday morning. Someone used a shotgun to fire at the car on Tarpon Road. No one was injured and there was no other damage reported in the area. If you can help, call Crime Stoppers at the number listed on your screen.
An alert for drivers this morning. Earlier, a detour was in place at I-75 and University Parkway. That roadway has since reopened. It was closed until about 6 a.m. The east and westbound lanes at University Parkway were closed west of I-75 at the diverging diamond, as were the I-75 north and southbound off-ramps leading to westbound University Parkway. Now that construction is ongoing. It's all parts of efforts to fix up the area surrounding the diverging diamond interchange, a project which is expected to be complete by later this fall. Also happening today, after being closed for almost a year, the Osprey Avenue Bridge will reopen to traffic. It's been closed for the past 11 months, so crews could install 2 tunnels as part of the Lift Station 87 project. The entire project should be complete by 2019, and once it is done, wastewater flow will be redirected from Lift Station 7 to Lift Station 87. Again, that bridge will be reopened today at 4 p.m.
The moving trucks might arrive in the next few months at the Sarasota County Sheriff's downtown headquarters. The sheriff plans to move to this 70,000 square foot office building near Bee Ridge and Cattleman. The move would cost taxpayers about $16 million to buy and renovate this building. Sheriff Tom Knight says the current downtown facility has roof leaks, rodents, and space issues. It would also put them closer to the County Emergency Operations Center. No word yet as to when the move will take place. 6:34 now on your Friday morning.
Since last year's presidential race, many on the Suncoast have been eager to voice their political concerns to elected officials representing Florida in Washington.
Congressman Vern Buchanan is offering sit-down meetings with a member of his staff, but as our Adam Shalini found out, some constituents would rather have more town hall meetings.
Congressman Vern Buchanan heard from at least 5 constituents on Thursday without ever having to see them.
He's a busy man, and they should know as much as the congressman, really, if they're working for him.
Former Postal Service workers Ron and Marcia Crosby met with Buchanan's Special Assistant Gary Tibbetts at Palmetto City Hall to discuss a personal Social Security problem. And compared to a town hall,
I like it. I like
yes,
both.
Yes,
I like
a little
either.
more relaxed.
Buchanan's last town hall drew roughly 2,500 to the Van Wezel in Sarasota. He's held 75 since taking office 10 years ago, but only 1 since President Donald Trump was elected.
Part of his job is to hold town halls, and his staff was not elected, he was elected.
Diane Perry runs Action Together Suncoast, the group that's been demanding town halls outside Buchanan's local offices all year. One member of the group met with Tibbetts in Lakewood Ranch on Wednesday, but tells us when she started listing her concerns was told repeatedly that this was not a town hall. Perry says it's frustrating.
Do you think he's avoiding his constituents?
Yes, I think he is, as well as Marco Rubio.
Don Anderson Cosgrove voiced his opposition to the Republican health care plan on Thursday and says it went well.
Hopefully some of our thoughts will get taken to Buchanan and just to try to make it fair.
And if they don't,
I got his card, so I'll follow up with him.
Congressman Vern Buchanan's staff says there are currently no town halls scheduled for the rest of the year. In the newsroom, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And there are office hours today at Holmes Beach City Hall and next Wednesday at the Myakka City Fire Department. The congressman is pleased about a new bill that just passed the House in Washington. The bill would invest $130 million to prevent human trafficking and provide assistance to victims. It also extends federal grants that will educate children and avoid traffickers. The bill would also provide incentives for hotels and airlines to train workers to identify potential trafficking situations. Florida is 3rd in the country in number of reported cases. The plan now goes to the Senate for a vote there.
The developer of Lakewood Ranch is offering to sell the premier sports campus to Manatee County nearly $15 million under the going price. The 127-acre campus is estimated at $20 million, but the developer, Schroeder Manatee, would sell it for just $5.2 million. That offer would also add 36 acres north of the site for future expansion, specifically a public aquatic center. The campus is part of a booming industry called sports performance. Nationally, the Sports Facility Advisor reports youth sports and sports performance have become a $7 billion industry. And in Manatee County, the Bradenton Area Economic Development Council expects to see that industry grow by 14% in the next 5 years.
The sports performance industry is a unique niche for the local economy here in the Manatee County region. Tourism dollars generate a strong economic impact for our local economy, and the sports performance industry is a part of those tourism dollars.
SMR hopes to see the campus continue as a park and tourism generator for our area.
Also in Lakewood Ranch, a new environmentally friendly way to get rid of the trash. Respectable Receptacle says it cleans, sanitizes, and deodorizes trash cans in a way that's good for the environment. The company says it can get rid of bacteria that may pose a health risk.
We are increasing the quality of life in our waterways one trash can at a time. Most homeowners don't know it, but it's actually prohibited to clean your own waste can at home and dump it down the storm drain. So we're eliminating that problem.
Loved his name, James Binns, real name. The company is now serving homeowners, but hopes to expand to larger dumpsters at businesses, hospitals, and restaurants in the near future.
Well, today is National Summer Learning Day in Sarasota County Libraries, and the Sarasota Police Department is doing their part to get families engaged in reading. The Sarasota Housing Authority held a book giveaway last night for children and their families. The kids also got their pick from an ice cream truck, while their parents learned more about library card registration and current summer learning programs.
About 66% of low-income families have no children's books in their homes. So we want to end that, turn this into a book, from a book desert into a book oasis.
It's so important for me to know that my kids will learn to read, and they always reading, and that's how we will learn how to speak English, because we speak Spanish too.
Well, organizers say the main goal of that event was to get kids excited about reading and teaching families more about library resources. And Since it is National Summer Learning Day, I was actually going to post a list of summer experiments you can do on my Facebook page. So if you want to head over there, there's some cool things to do that get you involved and that are still educated but still fun for the summer months.
And now you can write to us directly. Here's an easy way. We each have our own Facebook pages, and there you see them listed right there. So feel free to reach out with any of your comments. Yeah, I heard that about 60% of kids in the Housing Authority projects don't have books in their homes whatsoever.
Right.
So to get books in their little hands.
Yes,
great
very
program.
important. Very important.
Love it.
I was just thinking the difference between you and I. You're posting something on your Facebook page about experiments kids can do during the summer. I just posted on John Scalzi, ABC 7, how global warming influences French wine.
Nice.
Well, I might have to read that one.
So there you go. It's not all bad news, by the way.
Right.
We have some pleasant weather coming over the weekend. We'll talk about that in just a second.
Also still ahead, new requirements for prescription opioid manufacturers.
We'll tell you how the FDA is making sure prescribers are properly trained. Stay with us. We'll have that story when we come back.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Many people with Medicare may be able to get extra benefits and don't even know they're available. You may be able to get dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. The Medicare Coverage Helpline is accepting calls to see if you're eligible to enroll now. You may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Making sure you go to the doctor and taking all your medications as prescribed can help protect your health. To make it easier, you may now be able to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that includes coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Help protect your health by choosing the right plan for you and get all the benefits you deserve.
Call to see if you may be able to get extra benefits, including dental, vision, and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're eligible to enroll and may be able to get extra benefits now. Call 800-711-7200. That's 800-711-7200.
I'm Cindy Lou. I'm Susie. I'm Missy. And I'm Betty Jean. And we're the Marvelous Wonderettes. Mr. Sandman.
Experience the best girl group songs from the 50s and 60s live on stage at the Players Center July 12th through the 23rd. Call 941-365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll fall in love with the Marvelous Wonderettes.
I'm so alone.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Our Director of Mosquito Control, Matt Smith, sent this in. He always sends in great shots, particularly of lightning. I think that's one of his favorite things to capture. A storm that brewed yesterday through Myakka River State Park, producing multiple lightning strikes and some pretty heavy downpours of rain. It was a small cell, but nevertheless, it was one that did dot the landscape yesterday. Well, showers we got yesterday were kind of few and far between. The forecast was sort of so-so yesterday, actually. We called for about a 70% chance of rainfall. probably got more like about a 40% chance. And there's good reason for that. We'll explain that in a second. 77 degrees, the air temperature, dew point coming in at 75, east-northeast wind at 6. Shifts a little bit more to the northeast today, but continues in a general easterly flow that will give us inland showers that drift toward the coast later in the afternoon. 76 degrees, Wauchula, 77, Arcadia, Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood, Ranch. A little bit warmer in Northport, coming in at 78, and 79 in Venice and Inglewood, 80 degrees at Longboat Key. So the little trough of low pressure came through a very moist and unstable atmosphere mid-morning yesterday, and then by early afternoon some drier air filtered in. Lickety-split at mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, coming in at about 10,000 feet to really all the way up to 20,000 feet. Warmer, more stable conditions, and it led to fewer showers and thunderstorms around, which is not a bad thing. I mean, we need a little time to dry out, I guess. Maybe we get rid of a few of these mosquitoes that are around right now, and it looks like the weekend is going to be drier as well. Now, we still have plentiful amounts of moisture down to the south, and we still have this easterly wind flow that'll bring our sea breeze pretty close to our coastline a little bit later in the day. But for the morning hours, a fair amount of sunshine out there, a few fair weather clouds, but a lot of sunshine, I think, and some very warm conditions. Now, the surface air is still pretty humid, and we are looking there at dew points in the mid-70s, giving us a very kind of sticky afternoon feel to the air, no doubt about it. But the east wind, as I said, will keep the sea breeze close to the coast, and we'll probably see some showers and thunderstorms develop again today. As high pressure builds in over the next 12 to 24 hours, the number of showers that we get over the weekend, I think, will drop, and we'll be left with a lot of sunshine as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Some drier air moves in, less rain for about 3 days, I'd say, and then warm daytime high temperatures as a consequence in the low 90s once again. There's our dry air indicated by the tan starting to work its way in. Some of it worked its way in yesterday, and that will continue throughout the day today. The number of showers that we get this afternoon, they'll be around, but they'll be fewer in number than we might normally see. There'll be a thunderstorm or two, but look tomorrow at the same exact time, and it's pretty dry out there according to the RPM computer model, and I think it's pretty accurate here. That drier air will last for about 3 days or so. By the way, as we head into the weekend, as far as the tropics go, there is nothing here that looks like it has potential to develop over the course of the next 5 days. So it's good. Over the weekend looks fine. The forecast calls for about a 40% chance of showers later in the afternoon today, and then tomorrow and Sunday, even less rain chance. We'll start to see those rain chances go up next week. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic, it looks like 301 heading northbound as you head into downtown Bradenton, seeing some slowdowns. Also southbound on 301 as you pass by State Road 70. And in Sarasota County, a few slowdowns here and there throughout the area as our morning commute gets underway. But in South County, looks like it is pretty slow going throughout that area as well. Not a whole lot going on at 6:47 on your Friday morning. Almost forgot what day it was.
How could you forget?
In this hour's Health Smart, there are new developments in the response to the opioid epidemic affecting the Suncoast and other U.S. communities.
The FDA is now expanding its requirements for manufacturers to provide training to physicians, nurses, and pharmacists. Until now, the FDA only required manufacturers of extended-release painkillers to provide this type of education. The training will explain how to assess and manage patients for treatment with opioids and information on non-opioid therapies for pain.
And a new treatment could be the first gene therapy available in the U.S. for leukemia. An FDA advisory panel voted unanimously to recommend approval of the treatment developed by the University of Pennsylvania and Novartis. The treatment, called CAR-T, involves removing immune cells from a patient's blood, reprogramming them to recognize and destroy cancer cells, and then injecting them back into the patient. It would be used on children and young adults with a type of advanced leukemia. And in entertainment news this morning, Quentin Tarantino's next movie will be grounded in reality.
The director is finalizing a script for a film on the Manson family murders. That infamous crime spree took place in Los Angeles back in 1969. The title for the film is still unknown, but the project would mark the first time Tarantino has directed a film based on true events.
And a CD full of never-before-heard Michael Jackson songs is now going up for auction. Great news, right? It's said to be his personal copy of his last album. 3 songs have been released, but 9 have not. The auction house Gotta Have Rock and Roll says the disc comes from Jackson's personal assistant. Now bidding on that CD starts next week at the going price of $50,000.
I'll bid 50.
Yeah, 50,000. There you go, 50.
That sounds low.
Yeah, it does.
50 million
I'm
makes more sense.
actually surprised it is that low.
It'll grow from there.
Yeah.
Still ahead, the day's top local news headlines, and Disney unveils a new Star Wars attraction.
We'll tell you where you'll be able to go to see some of the movie's iconic landmarks in your very person after this.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with eyesight are a 2017 IIHS top safety pick. Right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $209 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
ABC 7's official Suncoast Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information you need when severe weather threatens the Suncoast. Download yours today at mysuncoast.com.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
There you go. Sunset brought to you by God.
Beautiful shot
Sunrise,
this
rather.
morning. Yeah, sunrise.
So flustered.
Beautiful shot.
All right, 6:53 on this Friday, July 14th. Glad you're with us.
Let's take a look at some of the top stories here on the Suncoast today.
One of Sarasota's busiest roads will reopen today, finally. The city shut down Osprey Avenue last year to start building a nearby sewage plant. Osprey was shut down from 41 to Bay Vista. The road reopens at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Plus, the search continues for the suspects involved in a home invasion that led to the death of a man in Bradenton last weekend. Investigators still trying to figure out who killed 54-year-old Dwayne Hutchinson. A reward has been increased to $8,000 to find out who did it.
And the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is inching closer to moving here from downtown. They want to have this office building near Cattleman and Bee Ridge. Move would cost taxpayers, though, $16 million once that move is complete.
And taking a look at traffic this morning, it looks like the bridges as you head into downtown Bradenton are looking good. 301 heading southbound seeing an increase in traffic. Also, State Road 70 east and westbound seeing some congestion. I-75 looking good as we head into Sarasota County. Your biggest slowdowns really on 41 as that split happens in between 41 and 301. A few slowdowns on Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark Road. Other than that, in South County looking pretty good on your Friday morning, John.
So we have an east wind regime in our forecast for the next couple of days. That means we start off the morning with pleasant conditions, a mix of sun and clouds followed by sunshine and warm temperatures, daytime highs in the low 90s. That will be followed by afternoon building clouds inland and a thunderstorm or two today that gradually drift back toward Gulf waters during the early evening. Over the next several days, drier air moves in, and we're left with a whole lot of sunshine over the weekend.
All right, Star Wars fans, get your lightsabers ready. 2 Star Wars themed lands will debut at Disneyland and Disney World in 2019. Officials at the Mouse House unveiled 2 large-scale models of the attractions Thursday in Anaheim. These 2 lands will be part of a 14-acre area, which is the biggest single-themed land expansion for Disney ever. Construction on these lands started last year, and they are scheduled to open in 2019. Only one of the 3 of us have ever seen Star Wars.
Yeah. Me? Really?
That'll be you.
Well, Disney is hoping that a whole lot more youngsters will be watching Star Wars.
It is the gift that keeps on giving since 1977. Wow.
It certainly does. That was a big purchase on Disney's part, I guess, and they have a lot of stock in there.
So license to print money now.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for our show. Enjoy your weekend, folks.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.